Hi everybody, it's me, Corey T, and in this video I want to share with you the most powerful things that I've learned in my journey of manifestation, conscious creation, inner healing, self-transformation, all of it. It all seems to be intertwined with one another. My self-concept and my self-worth was really on the floor. I really didn't realise how my version of myself, my vision of myself, and the way that I was thinking and feeling about myself was really affecting the way that I was acting and responding and feeling about relationships especially. And I didn't know that I had such a lot of work to do on looking at my self-esteem. So that was one of the first things that I looked at. And I'd been kind of doing that for years with talk therapy, right? So talk therapy was helping me see why I felt the way I felt, why I was the way I was, the things that had happened in my childhood. I was starting to piece together things. This is one part of the puzzle because talking only gets us so far. So I was doing this for years. I was literally talking to a therapist, to many therapists for such a long time, thinking that there was something wrong with me that I needed to solve. And I'd had a childhood which was affecting the way that I was feeling, and I had a lot of anxiety. Anxiety was my go-to nervous system response, right? So talking about it wasn't affecting my physiology in a profound enough way for me to really feel a huge transformation, which is what I was looking for, right? So what I learned later was nervous system regulation, and this came much later, like years and years and years later, because I'd been in talk therapy for a very, very long time. So nervous system regulation was such a game changer. I met a coach who was actually a wellness coach who was helping me with my polycystic ovaries, and she actually became one of the most powerful coaches that I'd met. She was called Hannah. She's part of my Conscious Creators Masters Academy. Actually, she comes in and does some guest sessions, and she literally taught me all about nervous system regulation. And she taught me about how it was affecting every area of my life and my body and my mind. I learned that through the nervous system regulation that a lot of the personality traits that I thought that I was, like I'm an anxious person, that was a personality trait, that a person that I thought that I was, but actually it was just a nervous system regulation thing. It was my nervous system was out of whack. So I realised so many things about myself through learning about nervous system regulation work. So when I learned to soothe my nervous system through, breath work, through expressing my emotions, through letting it out, through releasing, a lot of stored trauma was released through this process instead of reverting to those old habitual reactions that I'd had to triggers all of my life. So that was a really big thing, and is such a huge thing. Nervous system regulation is massive, and is definitely a thing that I talk about a lot on the Conscious Creators Masters Academy. And then the other thing was community. Community was just so important because, when I look back at every time in my life when I was good, when I was really at my best, I realised that I was surrounded by community. Maybe I was in a theatre group or a theatre company, or maybe I was doing a shared project, maybe I was at university, maybe something was happening where I was surrounded by people working on something. And so community had always been in the background, something that was soothing and healing for me. But then I went to Any Addicts Anonymous meeting, which was a sharing circle for addicts of any kind. And I've never been addicted to drugs or alcohol or anything like that, but I have been addicted to things like shopping, external validation. I've been addicted to social media. I've been addicted to toxic relationships. Honestly, there were so many things that many of us are addicted to that I've been addicted to. And so I went to an Any Addicts Anonymous online meeting, and there was all these beautiful people just sharing their experiences. And it was just like, wow, this vulnerability is amazing. This vulnerability is making me feel connected and safe. And it's okay for me to mess up. It's okay for me to not know the answers. It's okay for me to say what I want to say. No one's going to judge me. And having that space was literally really, really a profound thing. And I was really blown away by that group. And so that is actually one of the reasons why I created the Conscious Creators Masters Academy in the first place, because of that community. That sharing space that I'd had was like really, really powerful, and I want to be able to bring that to other people, so that other people on a self-transformation journey and self-healing journey and conscious creators can come and have a safe space to be who you are. And you know, another thing is that, you know, when we've been addicted to seeking external validation, we can start to realise that that isn't helping us anymore. And then we start thinking, oh, external validation is bad, but it's not bad, because we actually need some of it to be able to mirror a new response that we can have towards ourselves. So if we're looking at it and we need it for safety and security, then it's going to be detrimental, and we're not going to learn to trust ourselves and love ourselves from the inside. But if we can learn to start to cultivate feelings of love and safety from the inside through that nervous system regulation work, then we're going to be able to get a mirror reflection, and then that is going to be really beneficial through someone saying, yeah, that's right, I agree with you, or you're doing amazing, or I'm so proud of you. All of that stuff actually will help our self-esteem in the long run, because we're giving that to ourselves through seeking out the right kind of relationships, basically. So when we seek that out on the healing journey, that can be really beneficial in the long run to make us remember who we actually are. So what was said so far? So the talk therapy, that was part of it. Nervous system regulation, community. What else? All of the things that we see in the manifestation community, like visualization and setting intentions. So having an intention. I remember being really anxious when I was younger. When I was a teenager, I was so anxious. People were telling me, you might always be like this. This is just who you are. And I remember thinking, no, that is not. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be like this for the rest of my life. I'm just not doing it. So my intention was, I will overcome this and I will help other people to overcome it. Such a strong, clear intention that I set from a very young age, and it's really, really helped me to move towards that in my life, you know. And now that's what I feel like I'm doing. I am helping other people, and it is part of my life that because of that intention that I set and keep setting all the time. And so setting intentions, gratitude, exercise, journaling, all these things that you hear about, those techniques, they're really important too. And I do that sort of thing in my manifestation sessions, where we do a group sharing manifestation sessions. Those are really nice. So the techniques, you just pick which ones work for you. You don't have to do all of them or even any of them. But when it comes to techniques, there are things that might resonate with you and things that might not. I mean, affirmations, I do them in my own particular way. I don't do them obsessively. I used to when I was, at that time in my life. I remember really obsessively affirming, and I feel like that made me go crazy, actually. Obsessively affirming is not the one for me, but having affirmations and positive conversations with myself really massively helped me. Just having also a manifestation buddy really helped. You know, my friend April, I still speak to her a lot. And having someone who really gets me and understands me, manifesting friends, doing other things, being creative, all of these things have helped me so much. But these main things that I've talked about in this video, that is basically what the Conscious Creators Masters Academy actually is. I've just put all these things together, and the people who actually helped me along the way, put them all together and decided to just make a space of all of the things that helped me in my life and continue to help me. And we're starting again in January, so I'm so excited to meet this new cohort of people. Whoever you are, if you're being called or this is resonating with you and you feel excited about these things that I've said and you would like to go on this journey with me and with the other people who are called to do this as well, it'll be a small group and they'll be your people. You know, you might meet your new bestie, your new manifestation buddy in that group. Lots of people do. And I've always been blown away in every cohort that I've had at the transformations that I've witnessed in real time, because it's 3 months, so we have time for these things to actually take effect and to be transformational. And it's really interesting to see how people's self-concept improves, and it's amazing when people make new decisions about relationships, and it's really interesting how it all unfolds in front of everybody's eyes. So if you would like to go on this journey, then send me a message or an email, or check out the information about it on my website. You can book a space there as well, and I would love to see you there. And if not, then try out these things that I've said on your own. Try out some of the nervous system regulation stuff. There's just millions of videos about it on the internet. In the Conscious Creators Masters Academy, it is helpful to be able to have that container and that reminder and that consistency, the accountability, to be able to put these things into practice. But obviously you can do that as well at home on your own. And I'd really recommend just doing some research about it, finding community, finding someone to talk to. All of those things so powerful and really help you to be grounded, so that you can actually create from a really secure space. And then, you know, the world is literally your oyster. You can do anything from there, and you have to believe in yourself. You just have to believe in yourself, honestly. You can do anything, and you can overcome the thing that you're trying to overcome. You can become the version of you that you want to be. You can do it. You just got to keep going, believe, and all will be well. All is well. You'll see. Everything's happening in perfect timing. It's all unfolding exactly as and when it should. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.